Welcome to the Manx Theatre Podcast.
Come on to the theatre.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 80 of the Manx Theatre Podcast with me, Neil Callan. Thank you to everyone who's listened to our previous episodes. If you're brand new to the podcast, welcome along and thanks for joining us. In this podcast, we like to try and keep you up to date with what's going on in theatre on the Isle of Man, chatting to the cast and creatives of upcoming shows to find out a little bit more about the shows and the people behind them, and also what our Manx born and bred performers are doing further afield.
Coming up on this week's podcast.
I'm joined by most of the cast from Two Feathers production of Come From Away, which opens at the Gaiety Theatre this Friday night, the 10th of July, and runs through to Saturday, the 18th of July, 2026. You can still listen to all of our previous episodes through all the usual podcast outlets and at manxradio.com/podcasts. If you're enjoying the podcast, whilst you're there, make sure to give us a like, a 5-star review, and click subscribe or follow or whatever it is you need to do to make sure you never miss an episode. Giving the podcast a review also helps make it more available for other listeners to find. Now make sure to keep up to date with what's going on between episodes by following Manx Theatre Podcast on both Facebook and Instagram. Now, this has to have been the most complicated episode I've done, with the most people I've ever had around 5 mics. In total, there are 11 people on mics and 4 others contributing from the background. With this show being a full ensemble piece, with no defined lead roles and the action being shared equally across all 12 performers, well, we had to have them all. So, without any further ado, sit back, buckle up, and wish me luck as I take on my fellow cast members, Assistant Director Joe Hillard and Musical Director Steve Daykin.
You're listening to the Manx Theatre Podcast with Neil Callan.
I'm joined now by several of my fellow castmates from Two Feathers production of Come From Away, which is at the Gaiety from the 10th to the 18th of June. No, it's not. It's the 10th to the 18th of July. Wow. I'll edit that out. It'll be fine. Maybe I'll leave it in. Okay. So today we've got, making his podcast debut, we've got Nick Kane, also Aloysius Machaman James, also in his debut. Charlie Williams making his outright number 1 position with his 8th podcast.
Cue the music.
Bryony Grant, Lauren Molyneux, Sue Tillman, Danielle Brideson, Joe Hillard, and Steve Daykin. Is that everyone? There's a lot of us here today. There's a lot of people to go on there. So, Come From Away. It's been a long journey to get here, and we've literally got like 4 rehearsals left, and we're in the theatre. So it's suddenly getting a bit real for us, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been an amazing journey, but the end is coming, and I don't really want to see the end. But I think we're ready for the theatre, and it's going to be something spectacular.
Come From Away is one of those shows really where it's kind of very difficult to explain the story because it's not like a normal musical which has a bit of a boy meets girl. There's something that kind of they struggle to get together, then they kind of overcome this thing, and then boy and girl get together, and then they get married, and they all live happily ever after. But
yeah, it's hard when people are like, what's it about? And you're like, it's a musical about 9/11. Come along. Doesn't normally sell it very well, but it is really, really hard to explain. Are you wanting me to explain? Are you wanting me to tell you? Okay, I'll tell you what it's about. Come listen closely. It is about on September 11th, 2001, when the attacks happened in New York. All of the airspace above America was closed. So all of the flights that were currently in the air on their way into the United States got diverted to other places. And 38 of those planes all got diverted to a small town called Gander in Newfoundland in Canada, which had a population of around 9,000 people, and there was around 7,000 people on the plane, so the population essentially doubled when this town just took in all the people from these planes that were stranded, and they ended up being stuck there for 5 days. And it's a story that, whilst on the backdrop of such a horrific time and a really emotional time for a lot of people, it was about the kindness and community of the people of Gander who took in these 7,000 stranded people, looked after them, entertained them, put clothes on their backs. And it's kind of the light in such a dark time.
And it's something that probably resonates very well with the Manx community, because you look at any wet TT, and the island does that. It pulls together, it lets in the bikers, it gives them a shower, it helps
You're
them
right,
dry out
Neil. The
leather.
severity level is exactly the same. I jest. I'm only joking. It really is. It's the most Manx story I've ever seen on stage. I saw this show so many times when it was in London when it first came out, and I was in love with the show from the beginning. And I've always said, it needs to be told over here. It's the most Manx story I have ever seen on stage whilst not being Manx.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to explain it to people, and I say, if you could imagine 38 jumbo jets landing at Ronaldsway or Derby, and how the Isle of Man would have to pull together and sort that out, and that's kind of the idea with the show. So we're a small cast of 12, and we're all playing 2, 3, 4, 5 parts each. It's probably the easiest way to sort of describe it is just to talk about our individual characters and how they kind of fit into the story. So let's start with you, Charlie.
Hello. So I play a number of characters. I'm just coming really close to Sue's head. I'll move the microphone. That works. You think I'd only been on this once? So I play Bob, who's a New Yorker. I also play a bus driver who's a local. I play couple of Gander residents. Who else do I play? Captain Bristol. I play a fantastic, beautiful, really not that attractive man when you see him. British pilot who's excellent. I dazzle Lauren with my charisma and prestige. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that's kind of the approach. You know, it's such a relentless musical, which I love. That you're going off stage, and you're off stage for about 5 seconds, and you go, I've got to put on a jacket, and then I've got a thing, and then I need this in my pocket because now I'm a completely different person, and now I've taken off this, and now I'm over here. And I compared to everybody else, I actually have comparatively few kind of characters and quick changes. Like people like Aloysius is putting on a cap, then he's taking it off, then he's doing something else, and Lauren's putting on an entire pilot's uniform, and then is suddenly taking it off again with a cardigan, and it's just we're now at the point where it's getting so slick that no one's going to notice.
Sue, how about you?
I play 3 characters. My sort of main character is Diane, who is a divorcee from Texas who was a passenger on a plane. And then she sort of has a chance encounter with another passenger on the plane who I will let him tell you about himself. And then I'm Brenda and Crystal, so a bar worker and somebody that works in Tim Hortons as well, both from Gander, Newfoundland.
Brilliant. Bryony?
I play Bonnie Harris as my main character. I really don't play that many characters, actually. I play a lot of different passengers for, brief amounts of time.
You also wear about 16 coats at one time as well.
Bonnie's an absolute klepto. Bonnie steals clothing. No, she doesn't. She wears a lot. So although I don't play many characters, I move a lot of stuff. I think that's probably what Bonnie does a lot. So I play Bonnie / the stage crew and several passengers, French passenger, also Hindu passenger as well at one point. But Bonnie is very close to my heart because she's essentially just me, but the Canadian version. She works at the Gander SPCA and looks after the animals and realises when the planes land that there would probably be some animals in the holds, as is often the case when planes are travelling. And she doesn't take no for an answer from the airports that tell her there aren't animals, defies the rules and goes down anyway and finds 19 animals in the holds and does what she can to help make sure the animals are safe and that
fed,
watered, looked after, they're walked, does all of that stuff so that people can be reunited with their pets. And she has quite a turbulent relationship with her husband on stage, Doug, who she loves very dearly. It just doesn't show a lot.
Long time now.
Speaking of which, Nick?
Yeah, so I play Doug, the quite grumpy, downtrodden husband of Bonnie. And spoiler alert, I also later play the husband of Diane. I play Nick, the
imaginatively named.
Yeah, the British oil executive. Who 2 very diverse characters. Great fun to play both of them. And in amongst all that, I play angry barbecue owner and a French pilot. Yeah.
Aloysius, or should we say Loki? Let's go. Look, we've been knowing you as Loki all the way through the rehearsal.
Yeah,
so
sure. I think
Loki.
that's probably easier.
Yeah.
All right, so one of my main characters is Kevin J. He's one part of a Kevin duo, a very sassy New York secretary. He finds the experiences in being in Uganda very traumatic because I think he feels it deeply because he is from New York. So he just wants to get out of there. Other one is Dwight, who is a security guard in Uganda. Mahamusa, which is from West African descent. He's one of the passengers on the plane. And Ali, who's Egyptian, is also one of the passengers on the plane. So very diverse characters, and each one with an interesting story to tell.
And can we also say that this is also your first proper musical as well?
Ooh, yes.
Jumping right in at the deep end there, one of the most complex shows that you're probably ever likely to do.
Well, I'm in safe hands. I think this crew has just been so welcoming and supportive. And I think if I had to do it, it is with these people.
Yeah,
so
fantastic. Danny.
Thank you, Mr. Hillard. I play Hannah, a mum, a tough New York mama whose son is a firefighter in New York City, and her story is her trying to get hold of her son. I don't want to say too much about that, but you can imagine where that story goes. But I also play again the bus driver with Charlie. Yes. And numerous other ethnically diverse passengers. And I'll leave that just there.
And Lauren?
I don't know if it's already been said, but all these characters are real people.
Yeah.
All based on real people, or all are real people. So one of my two characters is Beverly Bass, who was the first ever female American pilot for American Airlines. And at the time when the airspace closed, she was piloting a flight from Paris to Dallas. And that was one of the planes that was stranded in Uganda for the 5 days. She gets a really good song to kind of tell her really inspiring story, or to quote Charlie, such a banging number.
Best impression of me I've ever heard.
Thank you very much. So she's super sassy and she's super strong and resilient and a really cool character to play. She's from Texas. And then my other character is Annette, who works in the primary school with Beulah, who opened up the halls, their classrooms to people stay in there and stuff. She's super fun. She's really flirty. She's thirsty. She's
prone to getting lost in a fantasy.
She's making up fantasies with several different men, from British pilots to Spanish gym teachers to Scottish cardiologists, and she's kind of embellishing and making up these fantasies and stories, but that's really fun too.
Brilliant. And we also have Catherine Toohey, who's also in the room. Can you say hello, Catherine?
Hello. Should I come on mic?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, it's the late Catherine Toohey.
That's creepy. From beyond the grave.
Can you quickly tell us about your Catherine?
Okay, I play two characters. The main one that I play is Janice Moja, who is a reporter for Rogers TV, a local TV station in Uganda. And September 11th, 2001 is her first day on the job. And then the other character I play that is a lot of fun is a flight attendant on Beverly Bass's aeroplane.
We also have in the room Lisa Dancox, who plays the wonderful Beulah Davis, and also a wonderful Scouse passenger on the plane who's in a little bit of natural, yeah. And also Jack Divers in the corner. Say hi, Jack. That's great. He waves. In the podcast.
Jack is waving.
Jack plays Kev T, who is the partner of Kev J, played by Aloysius, and also
Garth, head of the bus
who's
union,
the bus driver,
And the President of the United States.
President of the United States of America. Former. He was still the president at the time, though, Jolly. And we've also got Alex Toohey, who's skulking around the background, and he plays Claude, who is the mayor of Gander, as well as also playing the mayor of all the other different towns in the local area as well. Do you play anything else, Alex?
Grumpy America.
He's also a really annoying Texan passenger that I have to sit next to on every single plane scene.
Oh yes, and Eddie, who's the an old Jewish man living in the.
I get to sleep on him. That's great.
Oh,
That's great.
Okay, so we were also there's one really like amazing thing about this show is that we were the first group to get the amateur license to perform the show. And we also learnt last night that we are the only non-professional society to be granted the replica rights to the show. So it means that the show that we're doing is the West End, the UK tour version, the version that you would see if you saw it anywhere professionally around the world, which is an amazing coup for us. So thank you, Alex.
For the benefit of the tape, he put his thumbs up.
So we also have around the table, we've got Joe Hillard, who we heard speaking a little bit earlier. Joe is our assistant director, and up until March this year, Joe was in the inaugural cruise performance of Come From Away on board Cunard's Queen Elizabeth.
Bang on, nailed it.
And you were Kev T.
I was.
So you know this show inside out, upside down, back to front.
I do now. Obviously, like I said before, I've seen the show a number of times. I fell in love with it back when it first came out, and I knew it fairly well before doing it myself. And then for the past year, I was playing Kev T, and I got to know the show a lot deeper by playing that part. Mm-hmm. And now I've spent the last 5 months, 6 months assistant directing with Tara, and I now have learnt it even more because I've learnt everybody's parts to the point that I have played half of them in rehearsals as well. Stood in for Lisa a few times. Yeah. It does actually appear in some of the promo videos. You can find me in a cardigan. But yeah, so no, I do now know the show very well, and it's that thing of I watched the show so many times before I did it. I then did the show for, I think it was 8 months, and now working on it again. And we've watched you guys run the show every night for the last 7 years or whatever it now feels like. But it's not. It's an honour and a treat every single time. I can't get bored of this show. It is such an amazing show. The writing, the content, the fact that you'll go from crying to laughing in the space of 30 seconds and it doesn't feel wrong, like it's done with such taste. It's a really, really beautiful show. And as you can tell from the group of people around the room, when we're talking about a musical about 9/11, it sounds like it should be quite somber and serious and dramatic. And don't get me wrong, it has those moments. But as you can tell just from this sound you're listening to alone, it's a gaggle of giggling fools. And that is also the atmosphere that you get from it. It's a bunch of warm-hearted people coming together and telling, an important story.
It can be a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but it's going to send you out on a massive high, isn't it?
I have never seen or performed this show without crying, and I have no soul.
Which is really surprising. It is
rare.
Doesn't have emotions.
I don't have emotions at all, and it's something about the show. It's very special.
I have to say on behalf of the cast, I mean, it's been amazing having you here, with sharing all your knowledge of the show, and it's been a wonderful experience for us all.
Thank you.
Joe, sorry, I'm just going to make Joe cringe. Joe has done a fantastic job, and I genuinely don't think we would be in the position that we are in now without Joe being
wholeheartedly
here.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it was a waste of time.
Better much.
And the man who's vocally helped us get there, Mr. Steve Daykin.
Indeed. But it's been a team effort. It's been great to work with such talented people and so much commitment from day one. In fact, I was just saying earlier, I remember walking into that first rehearsal back in whenever it was, and there was so much that was really exciting about that very first sound that we had. The music of this show is incredible. It's so evocative, it's so emotive, it's just so powerful. It's incredibly well written. And I've had to learn the music in the show and the cues of the music in the show in a way that I've never had to indulge that kind of level of concentration in any other thing I've worked on, and that's partly just due to how it all knits together. And it's so well written. Every character has their own little kind of snippet of music, a little motif that you'll hear when you come and watch it, obviously, and it's just great. The harmonies in it are fantastic. But because there are only 12 of you, there is of course nowhere to hide.
Yes.
And so there is no hiding, but that is so powerful. I think Alex said in the early stages, when it's right, it feels amazing. And that really does come across as well. It's incredible music.
I would like to add, if I can, that following off of what he just said, and what we were just saying about the fact that I was doing this production, working with the West End directors, the West End MD, this group of people, especially Steve, who is working as well and professionally as any professional MD I've ever worked with, but as a cast as well. This is a replica show. You are seeing the show as it's intended to be performed. You're seeing the West End touring production, the version that's now on cruise ships. And you are not seeing an amateur group of people performing the show. You are seeing this show. It is so well done, the care that everyone's put into it. And me and Tara have been sat watching it, and there's been so many times we've turned to each other and gone, that is as good as any cast has ever done sections or the entirety of the show. Come watch it. Please come watch it. They deserve it.
I mean, we have obviously Tara Overfield-Wilkinson to thank for all that, and I think she's obviously partly responsible for the fact that we've got the show and the version of the show that we're doing as well, because she's been so intrinsically involved in that show, both at the West End, the UK tour, the Mediterranean, the Caribbean. She's been involved all over the place, and she's been out to. Has she been out to Gander herself? Or yes,
she's been screeched in,
and she's been screeched in as we all were last night. That was an interesting experience for us all. Lawrence is still talking.
Has the teeth marks. I see it in my dreams now.
Yes, but it's horrible.
Yeah, so part of the process of being screeched in is having some of this rum. Yes.
I mean,
the question mark is warranted.
Rum in question marks, yes, in quotation marks, yes. And also there's the need to kiss the fish. Now, normally it would be a freshly caught Newfoundland cod, but last night we had, Alex, what was it? A rainbow trout.
So with massive teeth.
It had teeth, yes. I did.
Freshly bought.
Freshly bought rainbow trout. So we have been having a lot of fun, and that was like our last rehearsal last night with Tara, so that was a nice little treat to end the
little treat, so much fun. I enjoyed it.
Only a couple people cried.
And we were very fortunate about a week ago to have had our first Sits Probe with the band, and that just sounded amazing.
The band are great. It's a really unique sound. It's a really trad-focused sound. We've got trad percussion in there, trad fiddle, a whistle player who's playing 16 different whistles during the course of the show.
The collection was amazing that she had there the other week.
Yeah, and I think that was about half of them last week. There's another 8 or so to come, and that gives it a really authentic sound that's truly unique to the show. And of course, all the musicians will be on stage, and there are times they will actually be involved in that action as well. And that's incredible.
On stage, yes.
Yeah, absolutely on stage as well.
Can we actually shout out that Katie Lawrence will be making her stage debut with her fiddle, following on from a Strictly Manx and a spoken line. Yeah. That's a massive deal for anyone in the Isle of Man to come and see alone. Worth the ticket price to watch Katie on a fiddle.
Yeah, so looking at the band, we've got Katie Lawrence on fiddle.
Yeah.
We have Johnny G on the bass. We've got Mark Burrows on guitar 1, so electric, acoustic and nylon string. Dave Holland on guitar 2, so he has the acoustic guitar and mandolins, 2 mandolins.
That's it.
Russell Cowan, now this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting, and I'm convinced that Dave Kilgallen has made up half of these up, but there's the bodhrán, the djembe, an udu, shaker, spoons, and a mini-me.
I'm going to tell you that's correct.
What does it mean?
Well, come to the show and you'll find out.
Yeah. It's a small version of Dave Kilgallen.
We've also got Ed Wilson on drums and percussion, Becky Hurst, the aforementioned
16 whistles.
16 whistles, yep. And David Kilgallen playing keyboards and melodeon.
The very same.
So
it's a very Celtic sound. It's so Manx. It's exactly. It feels like home. It's
a real sort of Celtic feel to it, isn't it? Yeah. And obviously, Steve, you're going to be there waving your baton, hopefully keeping us all in time.
That's the hope.
And we also have to point that the band are playing on click, so the entire time through the hour and 40 of the show, it's
got horses going around the back.
Some free ASMR there for you.
Okay, so we're nearly done. We need to wind up because we've got some rehearsals to do tonight. Hopefully not too hard, but we've got rehearsals to do. But one quick question before we do: if you could swap roles with anyone in the cast, and it doesn't matter about being male or female, it could be anyone in the cast, which role would it be?
Hello. I'm moving now because I've thought about this, I would be Nick, because I think the Britishness of Nick is great. It's really fun. Hello.
Just for
I'd want to burn my socks. Like Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Loki.
Beverly Bass. Yeah, she's bossy.
Yeah. She's
And a
girl boss.
trailblazer, actually.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
great, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be Claude.
Claude.
Yeah. Just top and tail the show. It's great.
There's nothing else in between, just top the tail of the show. Smashing.
There for the start, there for the end. Job done.
Fantastic, I love that. I'm going to go, I'd like to be Beulah, because I think you can have quite a lot of fun, mostly for Dolores, because she can be different every time. Yeah, that'd be quite fun.
I'm going to go with Hannah, just so I can watch Steve's face as I try and hit those notes.
Sue?
Same as Danny. I think I'd go for Bob. It's
Yeah.
great part. Lots of brilliant lines, and Charlie's delivery of them is unfortunately really good.
Yeah, and I think I'd say for me, I'd probably either be Bob or Bob actually. Yeah, I think Bob's the one I'd like to play. Also, I did actually mention which parts I'm playing.
No.
So I'm playing Oz.
Who are you playing,
who is the
Neil?
policeman. Oh, thanks for asking, Sue. I am Oz Fudge, who is the local policeman there in Gander. Only one of two that actually work in Gander. I'm also the Spanish gym teacher, who goes a little bit Spanish buzz.
Gimnasio.
And I'm a rabbi. I'm the Scottish cardiologist. It's a as Charlie would say, it's a litany.
A litany of characters.
A litany of characters and accents throughout the show. So it keeps me busy and keeps me out of trouble anyway. So we need to.
A lot of people comment on what I've said publicly now.
I saw a post the other day and it said it was like a little conversation starters like, which one of your friends has actually been giving a fake accent from the start? And I'm like, it's Charlie. He's actually common as muck.
I'm actually Spanish.
Okay, so way back in 2020, after the first big lockdown, we set up the Manx Theatre podcast playlist on Spotify. Neil King and myself, who was my co-host at the time, we each put 10 songs into the playlist to get it going, because 2 songs in the playlist is short and boring. So we put 10 songs in each, and these are songs that either we have sung, they've come from shows that we've been in, or they're songs that mean something special to us. Then every person who's been on the podcast since then has added a song into the playlist. So who wants to start?
I can start because I actually have thought of one.
Okay.
I am going to continue with my theme on this podcast of not actually putting shows in that I've done, and just shows I've seen. So I watched Paddington earlier this year.
Oh,
yes,
wonderful.
that's a flex, I know, and it's a great show. And I want to put Rhythm of London in because it's a bop.
I'm going to put in my 55th song. I'm going to follow Bryony and do one that I've neither been in nor actually seen, but is aspirational to something I'd like to do, which is It's Hard to Be the Bard from Something's Rotten.
Yes, fabulous. 2.
I am going to go for Only Us from Dear Evan Hansen, because it's got beautiful, beautiful lyrics, and I'd like to hear somebody sing it
Well, in
for me.
2027.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a quick plug, Lisa? Do you want to give it a quick plug for next year?
That was great, thanks, Lisa.
When is it, Lisa?
It's beginning of September 2027.
There we go, beginning of September 2027.
And also 222 A Ghost Story at King William's College in Upton.
There you go.
And in February 2027, The Tempest.
She's going to have a whole new empire.
Yeah.
Where are we up to? Nick?
Yeah, sorry, I've been rather busy today. Come back to me.
Okay. Loki?
Ooh. I'll go on the nose and say keep it gay. No. Actually, I would go with Defying Gravity, just because, you don't have to explain that one.
Joe, do you want another one?
Yeah, so, well,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to put, but we'll keep talking and see what comes out of my mouth. I was just saying before, though, the last time that I was on this podcast, however many years ago that was, the song that I actually added to this playlist was Me Under the Sky from Come From Away. So how fitting that I'm now back. I have no idea what to suggest. I'm going to say that, Neil, you can choose, but from the musical The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
But you can't choose what I've got on.
Oh, you already put one on? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's another kind of Celtic folky show. It's gorgeous. Have a listen.
Fantastic. Danny.
I'm going to put one in that's an in-joke for the cast, and it's a very serious song called Shakalaka Baby from Bombay Dreams. And I should say, Neil, that you'll have an affection for that song, having been my backing dancer in the Guild when we got disqualified.
We enjoyed ourselves. You're not allowed two people on stage, so I'm going to do the same.
I bronzed him up and everything.
Yeah. Lauren?
Mine is from the first musical that I ever saw in the West End, which has recently announced its return, which is really exciting. So it's The Stars Look Down from Billy Elliot.
Lovely. Steve?
I'm going to put two in because I can. I'm going to go one from a show I've done and one from a show I haven't done. Firstly, from Evita, You Must Love Me.
I've got one of your neighbours next to you.
And sticking on the same theme as Lauren from Billy Elliot, The Letter. Gets me every time.
Fantastic. Guys, we better wrap up and get on to rehearsal. So, Come From Away is at the Gaiety Theatre from Friday the 10th to Saturday the 18th of July. Shows are 7:30 nightly, except the Sunday, which is a 3 o'clock matinee. And the second Saturday is also a 3 o'clock matinee as well. So, it's 10 shows in all over the week and a bit. Guys, let's get to it. Here's all the best for Come From Away 2026. Thank you.
You're listening to the Manx Theatre Podcast.
Just to follow up on the conversation, whilst editing the chat, which took longer than I care to think about, I realised that I didn't go back to Nick for his Spotify playlist choice. And Loki's choice, Defying Gravity, was already on the list. So, we had Nick's choice of Hasa Diga Ibawai from the Book of Mormon, which, if you have small children around when listening to the playlist, you just might want to skip that song. Now, Loki had great success in choosing a number of songs that were already on the playlist, a common problem now that we have over 140 songs on the playlist, and settled upon the beautiful I'll Cover You from Rent. So Nick and Loki, they'll both be getting added to the playlist right away. Also, Joe left me with the task of choosing a song for him from the musical The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Another show full of rich folk music that resembles Come From Away in its style and storytelling. Now, having listened through and consulted the oracle, Bryony Grant, I have added A Little Life. Give it a listen, and listen to the whole album. It's wonderful. One other thing I need to make you aware of, Come From Away is played through in a single act that's approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes long. And there will be no interval. I repeat, there will be no interval. So, start your bladder training now, and make sure you go for a wee before we start. Right, let's have a look forward at what's currently planned for this year. As we've already mentioned once or twice, running from this Friday the 10th of July to Saturday the 18th, Two Feathers Productions present Come From Away at the Gaiety Theatre. Shows are nightly at 7:30pm, except Sunday the 12th of July, which is just a 3pm matinee, and Saturday the 18th has both a 3pm matinee and a 7:30 evening performance. Next up at the Gaiety from the 5th to the 15th of August, Taylorian Productions bring Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats to the stage for their 20th anniversary production. Then, from the 9th to the 17th of October, you'll need to grab your spandex tights, leather jackets, and dust off your air guitars for Rock of Ages, brought to the Gaiety by Centre Stage Productions. Then, from the 5th to the 7th of November, the Service Players are back again with Dracula at the Gaiety Theatre, directed by Alessandra Mazzotta and Kim Childs. Also at the Gaiety from the 12th to the 14th of November, we have Stage Door Entertainments with the Great British Bake Off musical. Then, rounding off the year, Stage Ed are back this Christmas for the Gaiety Panto, which will be Beauty and the Beast. Tickets for all these productions are on sale now. Well, with that, we bring episode 80 to a close. Thanks once again to everyone from Two Feathers for joining me on the podcast. There's too many of them to name again. This feels oddly self-serving, but we wish them and everyone at Two Feathers involved with Come From Away all the very best for the run. Don't forget, if you've not yet bought your tickets, you can get them now from villagaiety.com or by calling 600 555. Don't forget to check out the Spotify playlist by searching for Manx Theatre Podcast. There's almost 150 tracks on there now and over 10 hours of show tunes to satisfy your musical theatre needs. If you have any events that you'd like me to talk about or promote in a future episode, you can contact me through the podcast social media accounts or by email to manxtheatrepodcast@gmail.com. All that remains is to say thanks for listening, and I hope you join me again next time. I've been Neil Callahan, and you've been listening to the Manx Theatre Podcast. Goodbye.
The Manx Theatre Podcast, taking a look behind the scenes of Manx Theatre.
An actor's life for me.